It was at the Raadsaal in Pretoria that the successor to Dr. Milan was chosen, and near the statue of Paul Kruger, a big crowd naturally collected. Presently they saw 72-year-old Mr. Havinghar come out supported by two friends. He had been nominated but had almost at once withdrawn. It was clear that the majority were in favour of Mr. Strijdom as South Africa's fifth Prime Minister. Johannes Strijdom, who is 61, has the reputation of being an extreme Afrikaner nationalist. Indeed, he's reported as saying that the Union must one day become a republic.
Outside the native reserve, life is different in many ways. This is farming country of the Transvaal, where white people and Negroes live side by side. Most of the farmers of this area are descendants of the Dutch settlers who came here more than a century ago. In this farming town, street signs show how these people cling to the Afrikaans language. It was derived from Dutch and ranks equally with English as the language of South Africa. Farms in this area are large, many covering thousands of acres, usually growing corn and raising cattle and sheep. This farm of over 3,000 acres has belonged to the family of Jan van Niekerk for 4 generations. Farmer Van Niekerk has about 1/5 of his land in corn, an important export crop. The rest of his land pastures cattle and sheep. Wool provides one of the largest exports of South Africa. Africa is a great gold mining center. The mining of gold, diamonds, and other minerals is the basis for prosperity in South Africa. It makes city life very different from that on the reserves and farms. Around Johannesburg, along the Witwatersrand, stretch the gold mine dumps and the gold refineries. Beneath these buildings and beneath Johannesburg itself are hundreds of miles of mine tunnels, where as much as 9,000 feet underground, the ore is dug out by the most modern method, then carried by underground railways and elevators to the refinery. Free schools and education are provided by the city. Native children often have a fierce wish to learn, especially to read and write, hoping they can improve their status in the white man's world. Another advantage is the wide variety of free entertainment available to city people, along with all the new, stimulating experiences of modern city life. The church is another force for change, energetically opposing many old tribal customs. Yet many natives have embraced Christianity or organized churches of their own.
So beautiful, and they've made a decision. They've chosen Penelope Ann Colon. She's 18 years old, sort of semi-colon, really. £500 she won, and a silver trophy and a sports car. She's a secretary from Durban, and she's beautiful and rather shy, and she's been crowned Miss World, and she's not married, and at my age, really.
At the Raadsaal in Pretoria that the successor to Dr. Milan was chosen, and near the statue of Paul Kruger, a big crowd naturally collected. Presently they saw 72-year-olds drawn. It was clear that the majority were in favour of Mr. Strijdom as South Africa's fifth Prime Minister. Johannes Strijdom, who is 61, has the reputation of being an extreme Afrikaner nationalist. Indeed, he's reported as saying that the Union must one day become a republic.
In the garden of number 10 Downing Street between sessions, the 9 premiers of the Commonwealth have been making a combined survey of the international situation. India's Mr. Now, South Africa's Mr. Strijdom.